guys, it's Brandon Childs, and today I'm going over an exercise called the Bosu Side Step. Now this is a very important exercise for any kind of athlete because the majority of knee and ankle injuries occur during change of directions when you're planting your ankle or your foot down and your ankle doesn't have the stability enough to stabilize the body, or perhaps your body's just not in proper alignment. This is going to really teach you how to balance through your ankle and knee and engage all the appropriate muscles together in order to be in proper alignment to help protect you from any kind of injury. Now this is also useful for just any kind of person in general because sometimes you may be walking on an uneven surface and you want to make sure that your body knows how to protect itself so that you're not worried about rolling your ankle or spraining your knee or anything like that. So for this, all you're going to need is a Bosu. You have the option of using two Bosus if you have it accessible, which is going to be more beneficial, but I'll start off teaching you how to do it with one for now. So all you're going to do is basically step to the side of the Bosu. You don't want to be too far away from it yet. You want to be kind of close to it because all you're going to basically do is step to the side onto it, lean down, and basically do a squat onto it, and then step back like that. So now, what you're going to focus on is when you step onto it, you want your foot to be directly on the center circle on the Bosu, balancing on the inside of the foot. But when you're on the inside of the foot, you don't want this knee to fall in like that because you don't want to tear your MCL if your knee collapses like that. You want to make sure that you're on the inside of your foot, but this knee is staying engaged out, and this hip is being engaged in, so that you're using your glutes to help stabilize and change direction like that. You don't want to just push off the inside of your foot because again it puts too much strain on the inside of your leg. So ideally you want to step like this, and you also don't want to roll to the outside of your foot obviously because you're just rolling your ankle, you're asking yourself for injury. So you step onto it, balance, step off. Just like step on, step off. When you step onto it, you really want to make sure that when you do step up, you're dropping your hip down like that. You don't want to step up and then just drop your chest and lift your butt up like that. You never, ever, ever want to change direction like this. No one does that. If you've seen somebody change direction like that, you just don't see it. It's just not biomechanically appropriate for anything. So drop your hip down, step to the side, step back. As you get a little more advanced, you can step a little wider, practice jumping, not jumping, but taking a little longer step with a little more force into it. The main thing is really just making sure that when you land, you're landing straight on the top of it. You don't want to land too far on the side or anything like that because then Bosu's just going to slide and you're probably going to hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. So step onto it, inside of the foot, hip is in, knee is out, you're stepping back, pushing up. Now as I mentioned before, if you have two Bosus, it makes it even better because now you don't have to worry about just doing one side at a time, and it creates a lot more instability and challenge. But you're basically doing the same thing, stepping on one side, then you're stepping to the other side. And as you can see, it's a lot more challenging because now there is no stability or control, and you really have to work your ankles and knees together. And right now, they're right next to each other, so that's a good starting point just to warm up. But as you get used to it, again, same as before, you can spread it out a little wider to make a little bit of a wider step and generate a little bit more force so that you're more than likely going to roll over to the side, and you really have to control your body to catch yourself at the top and keep you from rolling outside in order to generate force to go back that way. And again, the wider you get, the more challenging it'll be to the point where you almost have to jump from side to side like that. Just as I said before, if you go a little bit wider, be very careful not to land on the inside of the Bosu because when you push with more force, more than likely it is just going to slide. You don't want to injure yourself. So you really want to find a level to which you can land directly on top while being under control. And like I said before, dropping your hip down, not dropping your chest down, extending up like that. You want to use your glutes and your ankles together to stabilize and change direction. And oftentimes you're going to feel your upper body wanting to shift outside. Really engage your abs and your core to keep everything inside the leg as you go side to side. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or requests, make sure you leave them in the comments so that I can continue to make content that will bring out your ultra instinct.